ABC is reporting that Trump has suggested to advisors that he wants to grant himself a pardon before leaving office. The network says this is coming from sources familiar with the discussions.
Pardons are not new to American history, but experts say after the riot at the Capitol, any pardons from the outgoing president would put us even further into uncharted territory. Now on Your Side's Brian Brennan spoke with an expert on presidential history.
The historian we talked to says if President Trump uses a pardon now, especially if he pardons himself, it would be a pardon unlike any other in our nation's history. Presidential pardons have been a tense subject for a long time.
Andrew Johnson used the pardon power extensively in the immediate wake of the American Civil War, and that did prove controversial.
But ASU professor Brooks D. Simpson says any pardons in our history, from George Washington to Watergate, pales in comparison to the violent riot at the Capitol on Wednesday.
There's a lot of ground here that is yet to be understood because we've never been here before.
President Trump has reportedly considered pardoning himself. That would truly be historic. But Simpson says it would also be an admission of guilt.
Probably condemn Trump forever to do that because a pardon in itself is a recognition that someone's in trouble. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to pardon them.
Simpson says a preemptive pardon would not be an unprecedented move.
Preemptive pardons have been given in various situations. Usually they've not been tested. Gerald Ford, for example, offered and granted a pardon to Richard Nixon.
While Simpson says pardons can be interpreted very broadly, they do have some limits. They can only be applied to federal crimes, and President Trump could face challenges like the 25th Amendment and impeachment if he chooses to use them now.
As if the president acted this way, I think there would be a reconsideration of the pardon power in the abstract to prevent against what many people would see to be an abuse of that power.
Brian Brennan, KGUN 9 on your side.